Alright, here we are today doing a brake bleeding procedure on the 3rd gen Prius, and what we're doing is we're showing how to bleed the system without the tech stream. And the first step in the process is to put the car into what is called invalid mode.
Alright, now we're going to put the vehicle in the invalid mode. The first thing you need to do is press on your e-brake or your parking brake, and then you apply, you press the power button twice. After that, you press on the brake pedal and you go into neutral. Then you're going to apply the brake pedal 8 times in 5 seconds. Then you press park, then apply it 8 times in 5 seconds. Then you press the brake and go neutral. Do the same thing. Then press park and you'll see the blinking, the brake light, I believe. And you're in the invalid mode right now.
Alright, now we're going to start the brake bleeding procedure by emptying out the old fluid in the reservoir. And first what you got to do is remove this cover here. There's 2 tabs. Just push on them, push up, and then you want to be careful not to tear this seal here. You just basically stretch it so that it slides off of that tab. And then you can just lift that out and set it on the side. Now you got access to the cap. And you remove that. And then what we're going to do is well, we have this vacuum device, or you can use a manual pump, and we're going to insert the suction hose. There's a slot right in the side here. You can't see it, but you can slide a hose down in there, and then you can suck out the fluid in the reservoir. Alright, there we go. And then next we're going to fill it up with fresh fluid and continue the process. Oh yeah, don't drop the stuff on your paint. It'll peel it off. Definitely don't want to do that. Alright, so we're going to use our .3 fluid and fill the reservoir back up with fresh stuff. I think we might as well just put it up to the max because we have to suck all that through anyways. Alright, we're at max. So now we'll move on to the next step. To the procedure, we got the vehicle in invalid mode. And so we're going to access the bleeder screw. Just take off this little rubber cap. And then we're going to hook up our vacuum hose. And this is a 10mm nut. So I got my 10mm wrench ready to go. And whenever you're ready. So he's depressing the brake. And then I'm going to open it up, and you can hear the pump running, and you can see all that fluid come out. It comes out really fast actually. You only want to do this maybe for a few seconds, unless you got a second person to watch the fluid level. Alright, we're closing it. Now we're going to check the fluid level. Alright, so now we're just going to go ahead and repeat the process because we refilled our reservoir, and we're ready to pump out some more fluid. Alright, so we're going to open up the bleeder screw. He's got his foot on the brake already. You can hear it pumping out the fluid. You can see it come out of the hose rapidly. Alright, so we're going to close it up. Fluid looks pretty clean. It wasn't bad to begin with, but it looks real clean now. What we did here is, actually, that I haven't mentioned yet, is we started with the rear because by the theory is that by starting with the rear, you can get a lot of fluid out, and then the fronts, which you have to manually pump the pedal instead of letting the pump do the work for you like the rear does. So we're trying to actually speed up the process and make it a little more efficient. Anyways, so we're going to repeat this process that we just did on the other side, and then we're going to move to the front. And don't forget to replace your cap there. Alright, so now we're going to do the front brakes, and you're going to see the difference. The rear brakes are fully electronic. Basically, when you step on the brake pedal, it's just like pressing a button. and the pedal, when you're pressing on the rear, doesn't sink to the floor. The pump gets activated and pushes the fluid out. And then in the front, these are traditional brakes where when you press on the pedal, it's actually pushing the fluid. It's manually pumping the fluid. And so those two systems are actually linked together, which is cool. But now we're going to do the fronts the manual way, the old school way. And so we're just going to do the same procedure, but it's just going to react a little different. So the front bleeder screw is an 8mm. So I'm going to get my 8mm wrench and just knock that loose just so it's ready to open and close. And then hook up my vacuum line, and then the assistant is going to go and pump the brake pedal, and then we're going to open the bleeder screw while he's holding the pedal down. You're going to see fluid gush out, close the screw, and then just repeat the process until you see clean fluid come out. Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
One more time?
Yeah, might as well. Alright, that looks pretty clean. So, oop, not quite on the nut there. There we go. Get that snug. Alright, so then we're going to repeat the process just the same on the other side for the passenger side front brake. Alright, so just to finish off here, you want to check your level, top it off as needed once you do the bleeding procedure, and make sure it's between the lines, and then replace your cap, and then put the cover back. And it snaps in. You can just stretch that over the little hook, and then you're all done. Alright, so the last step is going to be to take it out of invalid mode, and the easiest way to do that, you can just hit the power button, turn it off, and you're done. Alright, so just to mention some extra notes here, there's more than one way to take the vehicle out of invalid mode, and let's see, there's a list of 5 different ways here that we're pulling from the manual. The shift lever can be used to select from park to any other position, so any position but park, and that'll turn it off. Turn the power switch on or put it into ready mode. Turn the power switch off, which we did. Release the parking brake, that's another one. And then the last one is if the vehicle's velocity changes at all. So if the vehicle goes anything above 0 miles an hour, which I believe is why you don't want to rotate the rotor, because that will turn it off. And yeah, I believe that's what that is the system is reading that as the vehicle moving, so it turns it off. Goes back to normal mode. So that's it.